Hello everyone, my name is Susan Rourke and I am your student's Calculus AB teacher this year. Never really thought we'd be doing open house this way, but I'm thankful to have an opportunity to tell you a little bit more about myself and the course, even if it's just on a video where you have to listen to me drone on and on. If at any point throughout the year you need to contact me, please email me. I'm happy to talk with you on the phone, but email works best for the first contact. I don't know the last time I checked my voicemail at school. Shh, don't tell anyone. But just reach out at any point if you have questions or concerns. You can read a little bit about me there. I always said growing up I would never be a math teacher, but then life happened. So my dad was a high school math teacher at Carl Sandburg High School, and I said, I'm not going to do that, but I really liked math a lot. And after I majored in math at Augustana College, didn't know what to do with it upon graduation, I decided to continue on to graduate school at the University of Iowa, where I had to be a teaching assistant for the large lecture hall courses, and gosh darn it, I like teaching a whole lot. So I stopped Iowa after earning my master's degree, came home, and started working at LT as a paraeducator while I got certified, and have been there ever since. So when I'm not teaching, I like to spend time with my family, and as it says, baking and outdoors. That picture is stolen from an adventure in summer of 2019. I don't have very exciting pictures to show you from this last summer, unfortunately. When in calculus, your students should expect to constantly have to go back and apply concepts learned in previous math classes. The two that always come to mind are unit circle values and log properties. They'll come back when students least expect it, but repeatedly see those as we move on to our calculus topics. Not every student is going to end up taking the AP exam in May, and that's okay, but this course is designed to prepare students for sitting for that exam. So if your student decides to not take the test, it's okay. Just know that come mid-April, when we kind of stop the new learning and switch to AP review, they'll still be expected to participate in those review activities and assignments and participate, okay? In calculus, you have to put forth consistent effort. It's not a class that you can just decide, all right, now that the test is a day or two away, I'm really gonna, buckle down and start trying the problems. There's too much variation in how the questions can be asked. There's always slight twists and tricks, and it's crucial that students keep up with the work as we go and get their questions answered along the way so that it doesn't become, too big of a hole to dig or to climb their way out of. So just consistent effort is all I'm asking for, which is a lot, but it's needed in calculus, okay? They're going to be challenged. It is expected that students struggle at some point throughout the year in this course, and they're going to learn how to adapt and face that struggle head on and get through it. And it's an awesome success story every single time that happens. I love watching students embrace the struggle and persevere. It's the best part about this class. For assessments, students find this to be frustrating usually, but the tests that students are, or the questions that students will see on the test are not cookie cutter questions compared to what they do in class or in homework or on the reviews. And if they were, I'd be doing them a disservice. While they might, earn higher test scores at that particular time, the AP exam is always going to throw curveballs. You'll be asked to apply the concept in a totally different way. So we try to do that as well. Not every test question, but we try to give them a few challenge questions to trip them up along the way so that they feel that struggle when it's not as high stakes as an AP exam, and they learn how to deal with it, or they learn how to handle that stress of, oh man, I've never seen a question like this, but let me zero in on what it's saying and figure out how to apply the concept that we're learning in that unit in a different way. So I always tell them I feel good when I trick them or trip them up. I'm on their side. I want them to do well, but I also want to prepare them for those stresses, okay? Everything in calculus will either be discussed graphically, numerically, algebraically, or verbally, sometimes multiple ways within a problem. So there's different ways of analyzing the concept or performing a question, and they will be well versed in all 4 of those as we go. This slide, you can pause me right now and read it if you want, but it's stolen from the College Board website. These are the 3 big ideas in calculus. We look at change, whether it's a rate of change or an accumulation. We look at limits. Limits are tied into the 2 main topics in calculus AB, and then obviously an analysis of functions. So if you want to read through that, please do. For this year, the grading will be done differently than any other year that I've been at LT. The homework, in-class work, quizzes, etc., will not count towards their semester grade. They're crucial for making the tests a successful experience, which do count for 100% of their semester coursework. It's unknown right now in terms of how the semester is going to play out as we are remote and or hybrid. For what we'll have time for in December, we would like to give students a chance to take a cumulative final exam. I'm just not sure if that will happen. So we're leaving it right now as the traditional 80% semester coursework and 20% final exam. If there is no final, then their semester grade will be 100% from the unit tests. During this remote experience, I will often pre-record lessons for students to watch outside of class or sometimes during class and complete the notes along with the video, and then give them some practice problems to go along with those concepts so that they can try them before we meet together on Zoom. That way during Zoom I can go over student questions, we can do harder examples together, we can work in groups and explore the next topic, do exploration activities on traditional paper and pencil or through a program called Desmos, and they'll essentially flipping my classroom most of the time. Some days I will do live instruction as well, but the practice will be done using a variety of methods. There's worksheets posted to Canvas sometimes, kind of like having textbook problems. Delta Math is a really neat program. I would encourage you to ask your student to show you their assignment on Delta Math and see how the questions work. But if they get a question wrong, they can see a worked out solution. There's often help videos attached to it. Some of their assessments will be done on Delta Math, so I think it's really important that they also practice throughout a unit on Delta Math, just so they're used to the format of the questions and how to enter things in, how to make a graph, etc. So I'd like to assess or practice in the same way that they're going to be assessed. So sometimes they'll also be asked to do questions as Canvas quizzes because some of their assessments will be done on Canvas as well, which they're comfortable with by this stage of their LT career. If your student finds that they need extra help, first of all, it's very expected that at some point during calculus, all 50 of my calculus students will need extra help, okay? It's very rare that a student can get through all of calculus without having a question or a concept that they need some extra practice with. So I'm available during the Vita Plana time, before school and after school, with those dates and times listed. Students just need to email me that they want me to go on the Zoom link with them. I am always available through email. I spend way too much time in front of my computer with my email open these days. So that's the quickest way to get a hold of me in case it's not during the Vita Plana time. And then as we progress throughout the year, there's some great videos on Khan Academy that go along with some of our concepts. But this year, especially, the College Board on the AP Classroom is providing a lot of additional resources, videos to go with concepts, extra practice problems. Across the country, there's so much variation in what schools are doing in terms of in-person or remote learning. So the College Board is stepping up and providing a lot of additional resources this year to help prepare students for the AP exam and to learn the concepts as we go, not just waiting till the spring. Thank you very much for clicking on my video and watching and listening more about the calculus experience. If you have a question on a topic that I didn't address, please email me right now and I will get back to you. I really appreciate your support throughout the year as we go, and I look forward to working with your students. I've enjoyed it very much thus far and know it's going to be a great year. So thank you very much and take care.